Hi, and welcome to the 4th episode of Thunderous Theories. Today, we'll be making another mini-theory. Winterly uploaded episode 9 of season 4. Let's talk about it. Shade finds a crystal and is eager to give it to Fallen, as we've seen before. Fallen really wants to get these crystals for some reason. Yume says she has one, but once she says what it allows her to do, someone stops her. Do you recognize this text? How about now? It's identical to Kayla's, but it's impossible. Kayla is dead, right? Wrong. We see Kayla, or maybe someone who resembles Kayla in the background. Why doesn't she want Yume to tell everyone about what it allows her to do? Because Kayla wants the crystal safe. We know this because she has left messages. Look at the description of episode 7. Quote,
Hold krystallen sikker, Yume.
end quote. This is in Danish, and when translated it says, quote, keep the crystal safe, Yume, end quote. Weird she would say this, right? Take a look at this scene in the same video. What is Kayla doing to Yume while she's dead? Well, she's giving the crystal to Yume at this moment. Why else would she be kneeling over Yume's body? Honoring her? Maybe. But I don't think so. Earlier, Yume says she has no recollection of getting the crystal, so it would make sense that she got it when she was, well, dead. She wouldn't obviously remember. When Kayla gives Yume the crystal, Kayla dies, and Sir Anthony searches her body, only to be frustrated. Well, why? Because she lost his crystal. Well, we don't know this. I'm just guessing at this point. Honestly, I'm not sure. It would have been a whole lot easier if the message was English, right? No mistranslations, if there are any. But it allows us to narrow it down to two people. Okay, the language is Danish. Danish. Then I remembered something. Back in episode 3, Muffled Recollection, we start off with Sir Anthony's servant saying that he needs Sir Anthony's help, because what he's trying to read is in Danish, indicating that Sir Anthony speaks Danish to some extent to be able to understand it. Winterly even said that Sir Anthony is bilingual. Now, you may be saying, TD, Sir Anthony is leaving these messages. He's obviously the only one who can speak it. Wrong again. When Kayla leaves these messages, it usually relates to something that typically involves her. In episode 9 season 4, Kayla left a message, quote,
Tak, fordi du lyttede, Yume.
which translates to, thanks for listening, Yume. This is relating to when Kayla tells Yume to not tell Rush and Shade about the crystal, and Yume stops talking and listens to Kayla. I'm pretty sure that last part was self-explanatory, but I wanted to be sure. Episode 1, quote,
Jeg her ikke endnu.
end quote, which means, I am not here yet. For Sir Anthony to say this, it would make no sense. He's obviously here at the end of the episode. And well, Kayla never appeared in this episode. Episode 2 has a video in the description, and it's about Paige and Kayla's status of both being a victim of Sir Anthony. Winterly even says so in the description. Quote, doesn't this seem familiar? Both girls cause harm because of Sir Anthony. End quote. A little eerie to me honestly. But wait, there's more. Quote,
Her kommer ballade.
which translates to, here comes trouble. Wait. Trouble. Trouble Arrives is the title of episode 2. Trouble is describing Kayla, because she was literally introduced as a character just now, and literally causes trouble. Why would Kayla be calling herself Trouble? It doesn't make sense to me. Episode 3, quote,
Fortæl dem venligst ikke, Yume.
which means, please do not tell them, Yume. Why shouldn't Yume want to tell them? I looked in the episode but found nothing that would relate to it. I was only reminded of when Yume was told to stop talking in episode 9. Episode 4, quote,
Hvad skete der med dig, Sarah?
which translates to, what happened to you, Sarah? The meaning of this can be found directly in the episode itself. It's after Sir Anthony kidnaps Sarah and shows Sarah to Kayla, and Kayla reacts surprised, which explains her message. Episode 5, quote,
Jeg ked af det, Yume.
which means, I'm sorry, Yume. This message was probably left because Kayla stabs Yume in this episode. Episode 6, quote,
Jeg ville også redde dig.
which means, I wanted to save you too. there's not much I have for this. I believe it could possibly reference when Kayla tells Paige to follow her and leave Yume behind. Or, the message in episode 5 was connected with this message. Episode 7, I discussed this episode and its message earlier. But this is the episode Kayla is kneeling over Yume. Episode 8, quote,
Ashley Winter. Jeg har intet andet valg end at kæmpe imod dig. Forhåbentlig vil du en dag forstå hvorfor. Jeg vil aldrig såre dig.
Which translates to, Ashley Winter, I have no choice but to fight you. Hopefully one day you will understand why. I would never hurt you. When I read this, I immediately knew it was Kayla. Why, you ask? She literally said this message in episode 6. Look, maybe from the translation a few words are different, but otherwise, it is word for word. Also, why would Sir Anthony want to help Yume and tell her to keep the crystal safe if he is putting her in danger through the entire series? Now, I don't have much evidence to back up how Kayla started learning Danish. Since Kayla has been with Sir Anthony for so long, she's probably picked up on the language, or she learned it to eavesdrop on Sir Anthony's information or conversations. I'm not sure yet. Well, how exactly do we know that Kayla has this crystal? I mean, Winterly never actually showed us, but she's telling us through her dialogue. Who else has this kind of speech bubble? But there's still a question that I have left. Why? Why did Kayla give the crystal to Yume instead of keeping it and using it for herself? Why didn't she use the crystal to bring back Yume right then? She obviously says that she wants to save her too in her messages. Not to mention how guilty she felt when she was under Sir Anthony's control. Why couldn't she fake her death, take Yume, and run away? Kayla, I don't understand how you could be so selfless. That's all I have for now. Thanks for watching my theory on Kayla and the mysterious voice in episode 9. If you would like to see more of this, please like the video and subscribe so you never miss a theory. Feel free to leave your theories in the comments, but until next time, shall crawl back into my cave. Bye.